Alright, you guys, the day has finally come. I'm talking about Lost Records Bloom and Rage today. I cannot tell you how fucking excited I am, because let me tell you, I am obsessed with this game. I have not been, okay, I get hyperfixations. I've always been like that. My first ever hyperfixation was the Backyardigans. I was, so young. Next was The Walking Dead. That one lasted, 10 years. After that, I think acting was a hyperfixation for me for a little bit. And then it was Grey's Anatomy. That was a big one. And then Life is Strange. And this also, let me tell you a side story. I promise this won't take long. Yesterday, my dogs got into a fight. I told you guys about the fight last year, right? It was Pablo and Pedro, and they were wrestling, and Pablo's jaw got caught in Pedro's collar, and so he started, bleeding, so he started growling a little bit, and then he was, hooked onto him, so he couldn't control himself, and then Pedro started getting defensive, because, he was right in his face growling, because he was trying to get off, so they started, going at it, and I woke up to my mom screaming, and I was like, what the fuck? And so we have all these tools from last year's fight that we thought we were gonna need again, so the things that we have is an air horn, a bucket of water, and doggy mace, essentially. So I went out and got the air horn because I was like, I don't want to spray them with mace. That shouldn't be my first line of defense. So I went out and got the air horn. I went in my mom's room, and in the heat of the moment, I think I just pushed down on it too hard, and it wasn't working. I was like, what the fuck? Why did we buy this? And we used to have 5 of them. So I came in here looking for it. I was like, where the fuck is my air horn? There was one here 2 days ago. I don't know where it went. And so that didn't work, and I was like, fuck, I didn't even think about the bucket of water, so I was like, let me get the fucking doggy mace, and so I got the doggy pepper spray, and I went in there, and I pepper sprayed both of them, and it did absolutely nothing, but you want to know what it did do? It's made me and my mom cough, sneeze, burn for the past, 24 hours, it's still in my throat, and, my eyes are burning, there's so much, and, it's just still, lingering. And the boys, they have injuries, they're separated right now because they can't, Pablo's gonna lick Pedro's wounds, and Pedro's gonna lick Pablo's wounds, and then they're gonna get mad at each other, because that's what happened during the first fight. We let them back together too early, and they fought again because Pablo got irritated because Pedro was licking one of his open wounds. Anyway, this fight was not nearly as bad. They don't need to go to the vet, they don't need stitches, but they do have, little cuts here and there, so we're just separating them for the next few days. But the problem is, I'm working overnights this week, and my mom's going out of town, so it's this whole thing. But tonight, our third dog, Tater, is going, so we are no longer fostering Tater. Hate to see him go. I really do, because I love that dog. He's my dog. He's just my dog. But, it's time for him to go, because this house is too fucking small, and just, with the stress of this situation, it's time for him to go. He was supposed to go at the end of the month anyway, but it's just, the timing, it's just, he's gotta leave today, so that's what's happening. It's really sad, because I do love that fucking dog. Anyway, you guys didn't come here for me to talk about that shit, you came here for Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. Okay. Okay. Wow. I've just pepper spray in my lungs, it feels as though. Okay. So, tape 1 came out in February, I think. It's been, I don't know, it feels like it's been so long since I played the first tape for the first time. It's probably in February, middle of February. And then tape 2 came out April 15th, which was 6 days ago. And that's kind of crazy, because I've played this game in full 4 times, because I wanted to get, all the endings. I played tape 1 probably, 6 times in the waiting period for tape 2 to come out. It's just so good. Genuinely, this game does not miss at all. Deck 9, this is what Deck 9 thought they did with double exposure. They didn't do it like this. This is so good. Okay, let me get into it. Okay, so I wanted to get all the endings before I filmed this video, because I was like, let me just talk about everything, because I want to experience all of it. In my first ending, Nora and Autumn both left me at the Blue Spruce to open the package by myself, and that was fucking heartbreaking, because I was like, I've been doing all that I can throughout this entire game to make you guys like me, and then you fucking leave at the last minute. I really thought they were all gonna stay till the end, and then at the very last minute I had to open it by myself. The fuck? I'm sorry. Okay. And in this playthrough, the first one, I romance Kat. Now, I have so many different opinions about the people that you can romance, because they're all so great in their own ways, but truly, I can't decide if Kat or Nora is my favorite to romance, or Autumn, quite frankly. They're all so great, but I think the most I think the one that I love the most and the one that the game itself loves the most is Nora and Swan because, like, if you get that option at the end, if you romanced her in the past, she gives you a little kiss at the end. And, like, if you look on her phone, you see that she's gonna get divorced because her wife's like, you didn't sign the papers. What papers? So I think that's the most, like, what is it, canonical? Is that how you say that? Like, canon, right? Isn't canon, like, what actually happened? Like, a head canon is, like, what happened to me, right? I don't know, actually. Maybe I'm so wrong, but I feel like that's correct. Anyway, where was I? Kat was my first love in this playthrough, Nora was something more, and Autumn was my BFF. So in this one, there was no one that really, like, hated me, because I was really trying to get them all to like me. And then in the present, I was reconnected with Autumn and former friends with Nora. So I feel like, especially in the first playthrough, it was really hard to read present day Nora and, like, to try to get her to like what I have to say, because, like, she's very, like, I don't want to talk about the past. And at first, like, when I was playing through the first time, I was just like, let me just be honest, let me just be me for this playthrough and not, like, try to appease to her. And I think that's why she left, because I didn't like the way she handled it, you know, because, like, we're digging up the past whether you like it or not, girl. Anyway, my second ending, I was really pissed off about the first ending, so I was like, okay, this needs to, like, they need to stay. So both of them stayed to the end in my second ending, and I was very happy about that, because I was working so diligently the entire game to make sure that that happened. Also, in my first playthrough, everyone pushed Corey into the abyss, and he wasn't driven mad by it. I think Kat was possessed by the abyss in my first 3 playthroughs, because I only saw Corey driven mad by the abyss once, which was the last one. Anyway, so they stayed with me to open the package. Dylan and Kat pushed Corey into the abyss my second playthrough, and then Kat disappeared after making the promise, and I didn't get an ending where Kat went, like, you saw her fall into the abyss. Like, every ending that I got, they made the promise and then she disappeared. Let's see. In my second playthrough, Nora was my first love, Kat was something more, and Autumn was my crush. So, I was being messy. I was being messy during this playthrough. And then I was reconnected with both present Autumn and present Nora. So, they stayed, which was great. Okay, third playthrough, Nora left and Autumn stayed. And again, Dylan and Kat both pushed Corey into the abyss. In this playthrough, I romanced Autumn, because I wanted to romance all 3 of the girls to see, like, what different endings I could get, and also I wanted to see if I could get both. Well, obviously in the first playthrough, I got both Nora and Autumn to leave, and then I got them to stay in the second one, so I was like, okay, let me get one of them to leave in this playthrough, and then one of them to leave in the second one. So, Nora left, Autumn stayed, and I romanced Autumn this playthrough, and honestly, I don't know, there's not, like, a bad romance. I think all of them they all make sense so well. Like, Swan just, like, goes so well with all of the girls. Anyway, Swan and Autumn went back to the movie palace after, and I really like the ending scene for all of the, not the post-choices recap scene, because that's a whole different thing we'll talk about in a second. But the ending scene when they're singing the acoustic version of See You in Hell, I liked it in all of the versions. Like, first, okay, not when Swan's left alone, because that's fucking depressing, but when they're all together and they play it at the Blue Spruce, that's so fucking sad. And then, when they're at the movie palace by themselves, and then, like, Ghost Nora and Ghost Kat are there, and then in the, my fourth playthrough, I romanced Nora? Wait, right? Yes, I romanced Nora again because I wanted Nora to stay, and in this playthrough, I made Autumn hate me. Like, I was like, I'm going to make every intentional choice to make Autumn not like me, which was very hard. Like, because I'm the type of person that feels bad during video games, so every time I saw that little broken heart, I was like, fuck, I want to restart this checkpoint. But I didn't. Yeah, so fourth playthrough, Autumn left, Nora stayed. Corey was driven mad by the abyss, which was fucking scary. Like, what the fuck was that? Fucking possessed? Autumn pushed Corey into the abyss that time, which I saw that only 8% of people get that, which is kind of crazy, and I wasn't expecting that, because I was like, if I'm mean to Autumn this whole time, I wonder if it has, like, a impact on how she is in the end, and I guess it did, because she, like, yeah. So I think that was the only ending where me and another character were cool, and that was with me and Autumn. At the end of the fourth playthrough, Nora and Swan went back to Nora's garage and smoked weed together. It was so romantic, and then they sang, oh my god. I think I like Swan and Nora the best, but also, when I romanced Autumn, Nora and Kat kissed, and Nora and Kat were, like, together, which I also really love. Like, that's, like, really cute, and you can kind of see it from the beginning that Nora was crushing on Kat, But I was like, no, because Nora's mine. Nora's mine. Like, Nora is such... It's weird, because I didn't have these, like, sapphic experiences in high school, because I only had boyfriends throughout high school, so it kind of made me feel, like, included. I don't know, it kind of made me feel a little seen, like, oh, this is all the gay panic that I was feeling in high school, but I never got to be gay panic with people. So it was fun. I thought this game was fucking so fun. Sorry, I'm just like looking through my notes of because every time I was replaying the game, I was adding stuff to my notes. And so I said, got a kiss from Nora, and snooping through her phone, her wife texted something about you didn't sign, assuming it's divorce papers. So there's hope for Snora. There's hope for Snora, you guys. Okay. Waiting 2 months for tape 2 was, like, actually fucking painful. Like, why did they do that to us? Oh my god. And the ending of tape 2, I cried like a little fucking baby. I did. I really cried so hard. And I didn't even cry that hard at the end of Life is Strange. I really didn't. You just get so attached to these characters. I really did. And I used to think, oh, that's so cheesy. Like, you get attached to video game characters just like I get attached to fucking fictional TV show characters. Like, I just got attached. I'm not even gonna apologize about that, because it's fucking... I felt like I experienced such a great summer with these girls, and then at the end, oh, bye. Oh, peace out, actually. Hello? I was feeling very immersed in this game. Like, the past 3 months, I've been feeling very 90s. Listening to my Walkman, feeling very old school, getting my flip phone, you know, like, I'm just feeling very Lost Records. One thing I really liked about this game, I like pretty much everything, but one thing I really enjoyed was that the 2 tapes were so drastically different from one another. Like, Bloom was so, #best summer ever. Like, you bond with these characters and everything is so awesome. And Rage is just, damn. This feels like I'm actually going through this fucking friend breakup, and it's so dark and depressing. And tape 2 was good, don't get me wrong, but it was so different, such a different vibe than the first one, which I could appreciate because I could tell, you know, you love some variety. That's what I'm trying to say. So, okay, soundtrack, dude. Soundtrack to this game did not miss. There's not a single bad song. Like, for Songs of the Week this week, I'm putting the entire Lost Records Bloom and Rage soundtrack on the playlist, because what the fuck? It's so good. Ruth Radillette, I think that's how you say her name, she wrote, like, most of the songs in the soundtrack, and it's so... Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good, and it fits so well with the story. Like, a lot of the songs are just about the story. And also, the soundtrack has a lot of Beach House. I loved Beach House during, like, quarantine. So, hearing some of those songs, like, whoa. Is it 2020 again? This is crazy. Another thing, the shadow people glitch. It's purposeful. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I've tried to, like, screen record as many as I can. But in scenes where they're talking about... Say it's 1995 and they're talking about Corey. You're lost in the woods. You're in the dark woods. I look over and I see shadow version of Corey. Why is he standing there? Why is he standing there? And then if you look at him long enough, he goes away. Like, it's a shadow glitch. But they're definitely intentional. And then at the Blue Spruce in 2022, when they were talking about Kat, you look in the parking lot and there's Kat, like her shadow glitch person there, and it's so weird. And then another point at the end, I think it was when Nora and Swan, and depending on how you treat Autumn, and Autumn are sitting watching the meteor shower, there's a shadow person of Kat standing beside them when they say something along the lines of, like, I wonder if Kat's watching. And she, like, appears for, like, a split second. It's so intentional. Everyone's like, what are all these glitches? And it's like, no, they go on throughout the entire game. It's not just tape 2. Like, it's, yeah, so intentional. Corey's a dick. He was a dick in the beginning, and I really thought with the end of tape 1, how he, you know, get out of the way, let me save my girl. Let me pick up my girl Kat. Let me take her to the hospital. I really thought he was going to have some sort of redemption arc. Like, I thought he was going to have some good character development, but he just got worse, and he got evil. Like, even when he wasn't driven mad by the abyss, he got evil. A terrible fucking person. I'm sorry, lighting a house on fire with 4 living people in there? Are you fucking crazy? And one of those people is your girlfriend's little sister that has cancer? What are you doing? What are you doing? Also, him being like, oh, you look like a dyke when she just cut her hair. She has cancer. She has cancer. What the fuck are you on about? What? You look like a freak. She just cut her hair because she's gonna lose it all because she has cancer. Are you stupid? Like, it made me so physically angry, because what the fuck is your problem? What? It just seemed like at the end of tape 1 he would have had some redeeming qualities, but then it just never happened. And then I feel like in tape 2 it was more about Corey being this like evil supervillain and not really more about the supernatural side of things. And I feel like all the supernatural stuff was kind of left unanswered. Like, there wasn't a lot of, I don't want to say there wasn't, because when I think of Life is Strange, I hate to compare the two, but it's what comes to mind. When I think of Life is Strange Double Exposure, there was so many plot holes that they never filled, and I feel like there is some in this game, but there's not nearly as many. It's just the thing with the paranormal stuff, it was never really explained, which is why, and I don't think that's a bad thing, I just think it's leading to a sequel or a tape 3, because so much of it was unexplained, and it's like, why did the abyss just disappear? How do they reopen it? Like, and also, why did Swan find the abyss in 2022? Also, just reading my notes from as I was playing, packing the box. In tape 2, you have to pack a box before you can leave Swan's room. It took me like fucking at least half an hour. I had to look up a YouTube video. That's what I had to do because I couldn't figure out how to get all that shit to fit in the box. Let's see. Dylan blaming the girls when Kat fainted at the concert like it was their fault. How the fuck were they supposed to know? She was like, this is all your fault. If anything happens to her tonight, I'm sorry, what? We were putting on a concert. How the fuck? We didn't know she was sick. It didn't make sense to me because all of them were like, oh, this is our fault. How? What do you mean? I'm so confused. Yeah, I guess I wrote this again. Like, going through sapphic experiences I never got to have during high school. I don't know, it just made me feel very like, oh, this is how it could have been. This is nice. But, yeah. I wrote, felt like an incomplete story. Tape 3 or sequel is necessary, especially after that ending Kat's little message from the abyss. Listen, there's no way there's not gonna be a sequel or a tape 3 to this game. Like, there's so much that's left unanswered, and with a cliffhanger ending like that, and with an ending where you have the main character jump into the abyss, that's the ending. That's crazy. Like, where the fuck? I will find you, Kat. Like, yeah, you will. Let's go. Let's have a tape 3. Like, why aren't we playing already? Like, I need it, and I need to know what happens, because my cat, my cat. I think the ending of this game just told us, inadvertently, that Donut wanted to make, like, a franchise out of this game, and that they plan on doing that, because there's no way they would just make an ending like that to not have any future plans for this game. And that makes me very excited, because it's such a great game, and it's such, oh my god, the characters, just, everything about it is so good. I love the environment. I made a whole Velvet Cove mixtape. That's how much I love it, and the soundtrack is just so good. I just love this game so deeply, so dearly to my heart. So, yeah. I can't, like, I'm really trying to think about which one's my favorite character. I love them all so equally. I would say Nora, because Nora would be the type of girl that I'd have a crush on in high school. Also, present-day Nora, she kind of fine. Like, 40-something-year-old Nora, she kind of fine. Just saying. Anyway, I want to say Nora's probably my favorite to romance, and second is Kat, because I think that the bonds between those are really good, but also Swan and Autumn have a great bond. It's just like, I think Swan and Autumn are more like sisters, though. I think I get that vibe from them more, but yeah. Anyway, alright, I just finished reading Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. Oh my god. It's really good. I'd recommend. I was, like I said, I was in a reading slump, so now I'm reading another book by him, and it's very good. So we're back in our reading, which is good. So, yeah. So that's Books of the Week. Songs of the Week, Rock and Roll Girl by the Muffs, I Want to Be Your Joey Ramone by Sleater Kinney, Dig Me Out by Sleater Kinney, Zombie by the Cranberries, Lazuli by Beach House, Cherry Colored Funk by Cocktail Twins? ? And then just honestly everything from the Lost Records soundtrack, because it is so good. So, yeah. Thanks for listening and watching. I appreciate you. Yeah, thanks for listening to me rant about my all-time favorite game, because this is, it's so good. I'll never stop talking about this damn game. Anyway, okay, bye.